Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. My name is Jared. I had a quick little story I wanted to share with you that happened the day of Trump's assassination attempt and the day after, which was a Sunday. If you saw that video, you heard me say that it's been kind of a rough couple weeks. I've been really just busy and doing a lot of work, both with YouTube, but also on the property. And I needed that day just to relax. And I wasn't planning on making any videos that day. Me and Jenica spent time together. Later, we went to a water park with the kids, and things were just like going really well. And then as we were done at the water park, as we were, going over to the lockers and getting our stuff, I saw all these texts about Trump in the assassination attempt. And I was like, what? And I knew I had to do a video about it right away because I like to cover things right when they happen. And so we got home and I made the video, and I was getting a little stressed out because the next day was Sunday and I'd have to wake up somewhat early. All of us would need to get up early to go to church. And so every night, part of our routine, I need this every night, is we watch like a show. Right now, we're going through all the episodes of Mythbusters. It's on HBO. And as far as from what I understand, this is the first time that all the seasons are available in one place, like to stream. So I look forward every night to watching a show because I need to decompress. And usually I like to watch shows that are funny because I need to laugh. And the way things were going, we got home, I had to take a shower, and then I had to do the research for the video, only to find out that I messed up on this one detail because I was thinking that this attempted assassination was close to the site of the restoration of the priesthood in Oakland, Pennsylvania, which used to be Harmony. I was getting some comments in the comments of the video saying nope, it's not what happened with Trump. It's not close to where the priesthood was restored. I only came to find out that there's another Oakland on the other side of the state, and that's where Harmony, Pennsylvania was and where the priesthood was restored. And so after doing all that work, I deleted the video, and I just got really stressed, because I can't stand it when plans change. I think things are going really good, and then there's a change in the plans. And then on top of all the other stress that had been building up over the last couple weeks. And I looked at the clock, and it's I don't have time to make another video. And at this point, we don't have time to watch Mythbusters. If we do, then I'm only going to get something like 6 hours of sleep. And I need my sleep. That I need it ever since the Army. I make sure that I get my sleep. That was a rough 3.5 years. So, but it got me in this spiral of a mood. It's coming at a time when I'm also getting off this one medication, and I think that's affecting my mood. And, before I went to bed, I went outside, said a prayer, and I was praying for help because at this point, I did not want to go to church. I was just spiraling out of control, emotionally. I was praying, and I was actually hoping in the back of my mind that maybe I'd receive the answer that it's okay. Don't go tomorrow. Things have been rough lately. Because sometimes I feel I have received that kind of answer in different circumstances, but maybe when I'm just kind of feeling sick or, maybe something else dramatic is going on. So I was hoping that this would fit that category, but I didn't get that answer. And I thought about a video that I had made earlier this year about how we need to think about prior times when we were tested on something. I think in the video I was talking about the year 2020, how it was a test for so many people on how they reacted to all the different stressors that year. The divisions in opinion and politics and everything. I feel a lot of us failed that year, including myself, in how we treated other people. And so in the video that I made the point that, look, we can look at that kind of as a practice test because 2024 is probably going to be pretty similar. at least as far as the elections go. And so let's not do what we did in 2020. Let's not, uh, you know, be at each other's throats. Let's be agents of stability rather than chaos. Let's learn from what we did wrong in 2020 and make it correct this year in 2024. So, as I was thinking about my little predicament, really, really, really not wanting to go to church because I was in such a bad mood, I thought about that and I thought about how, well, I thought of a recent quote. I don't remember who it was, but it was probably from like the Journal of Discourses, and they were talking about how to obtain exaltation, you have to, or to get your calling and election made sure here on earth, you have to basically be put to the test. We're here to be tested to see if we're worthy. And the phrase went something like this, like once you've proven that you'll weather any hazard for the gospel's sake, that's when, you're worthy of having your calling and election made sure. It was something along those lines. So I was thinking about the strong desire not to go to church. And I was thinking about that quote, and I was thinking about the video that I made, and how essentially what I was being presented with was a test. And it would have been so easy. It would have been so easy to not go to church. So easy. But I went to bed. I didn't mention the idea to Jenica because that may have gotten the ball rolling in her head of not going to church. Slept. Didn't get a very good night's sleep. Woke up. And that was like the real time of testing right there. After I woke up, I was laying in bed, woke up to the alarm. And that was the moment where I had to decide, okay, am I going to go to church today? Am I going to stay home, or am I going to pass this test? And all the while, both the night before and that morning, I was praying so hard that Heavenly Father would give me the motivation to go. And I did my best not to fight against it, and I just went. I went through the motions, got dressed, and I noticed that as things got going, it got easier, and we did end up going to church. And once we got to church, I started feeling like even better and better. I was I was teaching that Sunday, so I really did need to go, but I could have easily just called in sick. But I taught my lesson in the elders quorum, and I felt like it went really well. I feel like it was like just a good spirit-filled lesson. Interestingly, about integrity. It was a talk by Elder Gerard. It was the first session of General Conference, and the talk was about integrity. And then after that, I had a special experience, one that I don't really care to share here. It's kind of private, but it was something that it wouldn't have happened on any other day. If I'd missed church that day, it wouldn't have happened. It was like a time-sensitive thing. And I was left feeling like, almost like I had been to the temple. The temple is the house of the Lord with an uppercase H, but our meeting houses, they are also a type of house of the Lord with like a lowercase h. It's a holy place. Even though, just the general public can go in, and we're not doing like temple things in there. It is still a holy place, and it's a place where the Spirit can reside. And I feel like there's special things that can happen at our regular ward and stake buildings. And I know that I've experienced other things throughout my life. This is just the most recent one where it felt as though I had a type of like temple experience, as far as like having a special blessing, essentially this thing that I experienced. So I just wanted to share that. There's been so many other times in my life where I've, it's not like every Sunday. It happens every now and again. Maybe if I was to average it out, maybe once a year, maybe some years more, maybe some years less. But I've had times in my life where it's just been a real struggle to get up and get ready and go to church. And it just feels like everything is working against me. But just like other times in the past, whenever I have gone, I've come away feeling like really good, like feeling the Spirit. That's really what it is. It's feeling the Spirit. So I just wanted to share that. It's like just a special thing that happened. Maybe it can help you, especially if you haven't been going to church recently. I would encourage you to go. Don't worry about the people that are there. Just deal with the getting ready. I know that could be kind of burdensome, especially since it's the weekend and you just want to relax or whatever the hang up is. Just go, because you are going to be better for going. I can't guarantee that you'll have like a special experience every time, but certainly you've probably felt this same thing before. There must be some time in the past where you didn't want to go to church, you went, and then you felt really good afterwards. In fact, I'd love to hear your stories if you want to put them in the comments below. I know I'm not the only one that's felt this way or that going to church has been a struggle. So anyway, it just feels really good. It feels good knowing, like, I don't know what things are going to look like after this life. If there's some kind of like agenda for all of our lives. Like I think about basic training and how we had to go to all these different trainings, like one day we might go to an obstacle course. Another day it might be like training on radios. Another day we might be going to the range for something. And it's like, there's this kind of like curriculum, or I don't know what they call it, but like a training plan, and how you go from thing to thing and you need to pass. And depending on the event, you might get recycled, meaning that instead of graduating with the other recruits, you get held back and you have to go through again until you pass. It's not like that in the gospel. We need to pass this one time that we're given, this lifetime. But I can't help but to wonder or picture, some kind of like clipboard in heaven where it's like, okay, there's going to be this test, like everybody has like these tests that they go through. They may look different according to your individual circumstances, but this is like the 10B stress test. This is here's the sacrifice test. Here's this test, that test. I wouldn't be surprised, but that's kind of what it feels like. I feel like I grew, because it's just like when you're weight training, you have that resistance and it's hard and it hurts, but it ends up growing your muscles and you become more healthy. And that's what we got to do. We can't just like give ourselves over to the natural man and go down the path of the least resistance, because that's the way of death. Your spirit's not acting. It's essentially like if you keep going down that way, the way of the natural man, I think your spirit essentially can atrophy, lose its strength, become weak. But the more that you use it, the stronger it gets. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. It was just an interesting thing. It was a very, very bittersweet experience. Bitter at first, sweet at the end. And I hope that you'll rise up to your challenges and just do it. Just do it, and you'll feel good in the end. You'll have a clear conscience, and the Spirit will confirm that you did the right thing. All right, well, that's going to be it for this one. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Also, make sure to share it, and I'll talk to you guys later.